Hello, everybody. This is Hani Faraj, and today I want to go through kind of like a mini course on for buyers, actually, how to buy a home in today's market, and what to do, the 7 secrets everybody should know before making a purchase. So it's going to be really short and sweet. That's how I like to do things, and right to the point. So who this education is for? Number one, you're a first-time home buyer, and you've already been approved, and you're just looking for a good agent. So maybe, hopefully, we can appeal to you. Also, you might be early in your search and just wanted to get the best information. So that might be you. You already own a home and just want to. You're unsure about if you want to buy or sell at the same time, what that looks like. You're overwhelmed by the information. There's a ton of information. I know there's a lot of information out there. You're not ready to buy just yet, but just want to make some plans for the future. If you're any of these people, it's completely fine. I'm here to help. Okay. Um, Okay, so my first thing, I kind of like my Vince Lombardi speech, if you will, is regardless where you are in the journey, we're here for you. We move at your pace. If you want to move quickly, we can do that quickly. If you want to go really slow, we can do that really slow. But there's no pressure expectation. You just got to communicate to us how you want to move. Okay. Our goal today is to leave you informed, empowered, and excited to make the right decision. That's my only goal today. Okay, I want to make sure you have all the information to feel empowered. Okay. Now, if you stay to the end, I have a couple of offers for you. Number one is I have a first-time home buyer package I'd love to give you. I'll have them inside it. There's a moving checklist. There's also a list of all grants or rebates for Vancouver and BC. There's also discounts or trusted vendors that we've trusted and we've actually dealt with many, many times. As well as if you decide to work with our team, I'll make you a really great offer that I've actually never made before, even to our past clients. So just stay to the end and I'll show you all that stuff. Now, if you do work with us at the end, what I'm willing to offer you is a 12-month satisfaction guaranteed. If you're unhappy with the purchase you made, obviously sometimes we do make the wrong purchase. We're willing to sell it commission free. All you got to do is pay the buyer commission and pay for staging. We'll find your dream home with our tools, mailouts, call calling, pre-sale finders. We have discounts for vendors as well as like mortgage brokers, the brick, Wayfair, moving companies, lawyers, and so much more. Um, Again, these are vendors that have helped hundreds and hundreds of people in the past, as well as you have a proven track record of helping families just like you in the past. Okay. A couple of questions I have to ask you. It doesn't matter. I think you need to ask yourself, are you a first-time home buyer or are you a person who's done this before? Why does that matter? Honestly, it matters because um, a lot of you like the process might be a little bit different. The process might change, depends on where you are in the process, in the journey of buying a house. If you're buying and selling, it's a little bit more complex, so that might require a call or a conversation with me. But if you're a first-time home buyer, it's a little bit more straightforward, although it's going to be a little bit overwhelming. Okay. So who am I and why you should care about me? 8 years ago, I was actually a long time ago. I can't remember even 2004, 2005. I became a mortgage broker in Ontario, and I was really actually successful with this until I decided to move here in 2008. For a year, I didn't do anything related to real estate. Then a couple of years later, I got into real estate, and actually I did mortgages a little bit longer. In 2014, I became a realtor, and since then, pretty much every year, I've been either Medallion Club or President's Club, which is either top 10% or top 1%. Okay, we have me and my team actually have over 200 positive reviews. We've helped people buy and sell over 700 homes. And again, I'm a father, I'm a husband, team leader, and I have a couple of accreditations to NAR, besides obviously selling real estate here. Okay. Now, the first secret that everybody needs to know is financing. You have to know what you're comfortable with. Now, I won't lie to you, this is not really a secret, but it's kind of I'm going to share something that's kind of controversial, but it's the truth. Okay. What is the difference? You need to get approved. Okay. And I want to say there's a difference between using a bank and using a mortgage broker. Most banks don't collect documents up front. Okay. They only underwrite the deal when there's an accepted offer. And the bank employee works 9 to 5. and he only gets paid. Sometimes they only get paid regardless if you actually close or not. They'll get paid their monthly or whatever. They only have like a small quota. Now that is different than the mobile mortgage guys. Those are like they're not. They are like on commission, but the truth is they only have bank products to give you. Versus if you use a mortgage broker, he only gets paid if you buy and you're happy with what you give him. Okay, he gets paid by the lender. They have over 360 products last time I checked. One mortgage application, and guess what? It goes to all the lenders as well. Also, doesn't work banker hours. So I've talked to my broker like crazy hours, and he's there for me. So I wouldn't be worried too much. Like, hey, this guy's not going to be available for me. The truth is, they work for you. If they want to earn your business and your trust, they should work around your schedule. Okay. Now, I personally Now, um, I'll share with you a couple of things that the bank is looking for. Obviously, they're looking for employment history. They want to at least have 2 years in the same job with steady income. Ideally, you can't have like you made 50 grand one year and you made 500 the next year. They're not gonna like that. But ideal, or maybe you made 500,000 one year and you made 50 grand the next year. They want some consistency, or they'll average it out. You're gonna beware if you're a commission salesperson or you're self-employed. There's gonna be more scrutiny, like T1 general stuff like that. Down payment, they'll want to see at least 3 months and up to 12 months worth of statements, and that's like where the money is going in. They want to see the money accumulating, you adding to savings, adding to RSPs, adding. It means you're a saver. You're not a guy that just, or girl that just shops and spends all the money. Property situation, they'll conduct an appraisal in almost most situations, whether they're putting 5% down or you're putting 20% down most of the time. The banks will actually, and it's becoming more actually relevant right now in the market that we're in now. If you're self-employed again, you'll need 20% down or higher. And there are 10% programs, so just be aware. You have your T1 generals. Now, students are new to country. There might be programs that are available to you with 20% down, up to 35% down, even higher, but you might need a lot of money down and 6 months worth of payments already in the bank. So just keep that in mind. Okay. But that's typically what the bank is looking for. Okay. Now, a couple of mistakes that you should avoid when you're applying for a mortgage. Make sure you do your taxes. Okay. Make sure you don't move money in and out of bank accounts as you're doing this. Banks don't like that. Make sure you don't move jobs. In fact, don't change. One time I had a lady call me, she said, Honey, I hate my job. I want to quit. Please don't. Like, please don't, because I knew their situation. They had been losing out a lot. So I'm like, please don't just like literally. And then after, she got her approval and they moved into their new house, the second day she gave in her 2 weeks notice. So that was awesome. Do not buy a car or co-sign for somebody before or during your mortgage application. That will kill your mortgage application, just so you know. Again, don't co-sign for a mortgage or a car. It's like you are owning that car, just so you know. Okay. Um, a couple of other things that I kind of see, people aren't aware of their credit score. They're unsure what they actually make on paper or how their job classifies them. Like I had a lady one time, she worked full-time hours, but she was actually seasonal on paper. So that kind of killed the deal. So they don't have enough trade lines, so that means some people will think they just have one credit card and they're happy with that. That's actually not enough. You need at least two credit cards or a credit card and a line of credit or something that like two different credit lines. The bank want to know that you know how to manage credit, basically. Okay. Um, let me see. So, couple again, I wanted to share with you some testimonials. Kathy is a lovely lady. I helped her sell her parents' home. They had a great success. Got 42 offers on their place, sold for a ton of money over asking. So I'm really happy about that. But throughout this, you're going to see a lot of other people that have used us and they're really happy with it, with our service. Uh, Obviously, the second I would say secret is working with the right agent. So again, based on my education, is the board, the council, and actually the Real Estate Association of actually National Association of Realtors, which is a national, actually global association for all real estate agents. They find that people are most happy when they deal with a realtor who has past clients and they're happy, like I'm showing you. They have tons of years of experience. They have a number of past clients, and they also communicate frequently. That's really important. They have a lot of integrity. So with me, what you'll notice is I don't hide anything. I don't pull any punches. If I think you're making a mistake, I'll tell you. Not because it's self-serving, it's just the honest to God truth. Okay, they're technology based, so I personally use a lot of technology. Phones, you'll see me using DocuSign. You'll see me referring to a lot of pieces of technology that are used to actually help you in your what do you call a home search. And how busy are they? Now, I am busy, but I do have real estate team members that can help you in case I am overwhelmed. So I'm a human being. I only have 24 hours in a day. If need be, I can refer you to one of my agents. Honestly, I have no problem with that. Okay. Now, who do you need? Why do you need a good real estate agent? Okay. So I think you need somebody to help you understand certain things like title, things that are hidden in them. You need somebody to help you navigate local municipality and laws and strata, documents. There's usually a thick stack of strata documents if you're buying a condo, like a couple hundred pages. You need somebody to help you decipher what the heck that means, especially if you've never done it before. You don't know what's good. And sometimes I see buyers being really, really concerned with stuff in the strata, but sometimes they're not concerned because they don't even understand it. So I'm here to help you navigate that on what team can. You also need help navigating due diligence when it comes to contracts. So sometimes the seller will throw in something back at you and you don't know what that means. And my job is to help you understand that. Okay. You also need somebody to help you negotiate the best terms. Again, have a ton of experience with negotiation. I know exactly what sellers are looking for. In fact, before I even make an offer, I have a set of questions that I ask people on before I make an offer. Not to my buyers, not only to my buyers, but also to the sellers. Okay, you also need somebody who is a basically has a a trustworthy group of vendors that he's used over and over again. He's not just kind of like using you as a furry mouse, taking kind of like a big risk on new vendors. Okay, so I hope you understand that. Sorry, actually, let me go back. Again, these are like a bunch of testimonials on past people that have bought and sold with me, and they're really happy with what they did. So just to kind of give you an idea. Again, shopping for a new home, you obviously need where you're going to find the house. And the truth is, we start with the MLS. That's where the majority of the deals are. Expired homes. We've actually found tons of homes that way, and my clients have gotten really good deals that way, where the property was almost expiring or whatever, or it was expired, and I ended up just paying them what they had listed it last time, which is silly because the market had gone up. Terminated homes, same thing. For sale by owners, 1 year we did I think 6 private deals, pre-sale and pre-construction. Again, when the market, depending on the situation, we might be able to get you a really good deal with pre-sale or pre-construction. And more importantly, even assignments right now, they're really hot. If you have a lot of money sitting around, I might be able to get you a really good deal. Uh, if we don't find what you're looking for with these things on the left, what I can do is I can help. We can do mail outs. Not, I can't take this with me, but I actually have a mailing machine that does like hyper, really fast direct mail for like 800 pieces an hour. We can make cold calls. We've have exclusive, not on MLS, through friends and vendors, and also we network with other agents. So these are some of the things that are kind of what we do. Um, okay, again, past clients. Again, more past clients that are happy with what we've done for them. Again, now number four, actually, well, it's one thing to actually show you properties on the line online. The second thing is you actually should go see them in person. Okay, sometimes things are misleading, I won't lie to you. You should actually see homes face to face. Realtors, especially like myself and my team, we've seen thousands and thousands of homes. Then we know what is a good floor plan and what's not a good floor plan. We know what's a good amenity around the house versus a bad amenity there. Like, for example, I remember one time this buyer's like, I really love this house. I want to see it, blah, blah, blah. And they ended up buying this house. Actually, they wanted to buy this house that was close to a cemetery. It's not a big deal, but I can tell you, and I've sold many homes near a cemetery, but it was definitely harder to sell. So having a good agent that can give you these type of things will actually help you. Sometimes I can go outside and I can tell you there's a problem with the building. There's an issue with rain screening or whatever. Like these are some of the things that through experience, through seeing a lot of houses, I can tell you what the problem is. Okay, we also can spot non-functional site influences that might affect it. Like, for example, I'll give you an example. One time, a buyer of mine decided they wanted to buy a place that doesn't allow rentals. Well, I was like, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" Yeah, I'm sure. Well, guess what? He did say 50,000 when he bought it, but eventually, when he went to sell it, he also didn't get the maximum price for similar properties that were listed. So just keep that in mind. having a lot of restrictions can actually prevent you from selling down the road. It might be a good deal right now, but I always tell my people to think long term, not just today and tomorrow and the day after. Okay, I'll give you an example. One time we showed a home with a bad floor plan. I remember telling my buyer, please don't buy it. Eventually, actually, we did go to sell it. Like he ended up buying it. We go to sell it. It took forever to sell. It took literally forever to sell. And thank God we ended up selling it. But trust me, it's important to listen to your realtor, especially somebody who knows what they're doing. Okay. Again, more people, great people have had tons of amazing clients. These are just a couple of examples. You can look up the rest either through Hani Faraj, if you Google Hani Faraj Realtor or Vancouver House Finders or VHFreviews.com. Okay, so eventually making an educated offer. So you should see a comparative market analysis before you make an offer. You don't want to just make offers blindly. You should actually look up to see what houses, similar houses are selling for, because it is important. You don't want to like over give or you don't want to underbid. Because sometimes realtors they actually under list properties and people think, oh, I'm just paying them what they want. No, you have to understand that usually pricing is a actually a marketing tool. So you should absolutely kind of find out what is the true value of a property. So also make sure you have clauses that hold the seller accountable. I won't discuss that here, but they're all like kind of case by case basis. I could share that with you when we're meeting face to face. We also ensure that we don't remove any subjects unless you're satisfied with the conditions first. So again, let's say if you do have a financing condition, or you have a title condition, or you have a like a subject removal, like a subject to inspection, we make sure we do that first before we remove subjects. Most of the terms are actually there to protect you, not just to protect me, but it's actually to protect you. Mm. Again, more people that have helped buy and sell in crazy markets and not so crazy markets. Okay. Number six is actually due diligence. So what does that mean? It's actually first you make an offer and it has a bunch of little terms and conditions that you need to meet. What we do is we go through piece by piece all the conditions. We make sure that we satisfy all the conditions to your liking. So if you don't get the mortgage you want, then we don't remove subject. If you find there's something wrong with the inspection, we don't remove subject. If you had an insurance clause and you realize that, hey, insurance is really expensive because they've had all kinds of problems with the building, then guess what? We don't have to remove that. And there is a strata document review and we realize there's a lot of upcoming levies, then guess what? We can either ask for reduction or we just don't move forward with the property. So there's a lot of due diligence is a very important step, and I highly recommend you move very slowly. And again, I'll be there to help you with all that stuff. It's not a problem. Okay. Again, more great people that have helped in the past. Again, eventually completion of possession. These are some of the things that you don't know what to do, so because you may or may not have done this before. But here's where we come in. Let's just say you are help, you take possession of your property and you get the key, and all of a sudden you realize the house is dirty, or there's brokenness, or the appliances are not working. Well, there's a couple of options we can give you. We just make sure that the sellers are actually adhering to the contract. If they're not, then we take action. We can help you get set up with some lawyers or some people, depending on how big the problem is. We basically can do that. One of the issues I'll tell you, like that I'm really proud of, sadly, we actually were representing a buyer, and before the day of the completion, one of the sellers died. There was two sisters, one of them died sadly. So, they were trying to get out of the contract because again, when market was going up, my buyer was like, "Hey, what do I do?" So I went to a lawyer that I had used before, and she was using, and we actually ended up keeping the contract together. We gave an extension, and they were actually needed. They were actually obliged to follow through with the sale, which was huge because my buyer wanted to close. It was very important to them that it closed, and because the market was going up. So just to kind of give you an idea of what could happen wrong at completion, and that comes with experience. Okay. So again, that concludes my presentation. This is a piece of what I actually do with people. I know this was really quick, but look, you have two choices. Number one is you can go and find another realtor at random and try to get lucky, and maybe you'll get a good experience, maybe you won't. Or number two, You can pick a good realtor like myself, book an appointment, go to bookhani.com or text me at 778-881-6781. Now, I want to be clear. I may not be the one helping you. It might be one of my realtors, depending on what your needs are. See, I don't know every area in DC. I might hook you up with one of my realtors. So again, it's not about me, it's about you. I'm here to answer your questions. Okay. So look, if you like the information, I know it's very short, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. If you liked what I gave you here, feel free to give me a call or text me or book an appointment at bookhani.com. I look forward to connecting with you, and I can't wait to help you get your first home. Take care and have a good day. Bye bye.